Okay, now you all know, maybe you guys don't know, but you women all know that almost every little girl dreams of her big day. With the dress, the flowers, the cake. Oh yeah, and there's a groom in there somewhere, but it's the big event. And today's guests say their wedding bells hit a sour note after walking down the aisle and turned their nuptials into an absolute nightmare. Now, Amy calls her wedding day a complete disaster. The arch fell, the cake fell, her hair fell. There was a tropical storm. It was an outdoor event. It started raining and everybody got soaked. By the end, Amy felt like she was a smelly, wet dog. Now that's the bride's perspective. The groom, Steve, says, hey, the wedding was a blast. And he wants Amy to just get over it. Take a look.
My wedding day was a complete nightmare. It was the hottest day of the year. Our wedding was outside. During the ceremony, the sky started to get dark. Our pastor was only supposed to preach a 5-minute sermon. He ended up preaching about 45 minutes. All of a sudden, my veil starts flying. The arch fell and hit him in the head. Right before we were saying our wedding vows, the heavens just opened up and it started pouring. We had to rush through our vows. We barely got to finish them. My dress was soaked. It was muddy. All the bridesmaids were soaked. My makeup was completely ruined. I felt very smelly and just gross. It was so hot that when we cut the cake, the entire cake fell over. Steve had to catch it in his hands and ruined about half the cake.
It's all good. It's all good.
There were definitely a lot of things that went wrong, and I can understand that, but it wasn't earth-shattering to me like it was to her. I had a blast dancing with the best men and the groomsmen. To me, the wedding was fun.
Steve thinks it was funny. Wedding days are not supposed to be funny. They're supposed to be elegant and beautiful and perfect. My wedding was definitely a joke. I can't look at video of my wedding day without feeling really sick to my stomach or feeling like I'm gonna cry.
When she brings up negative things about the wedding, it really does begin to taint my perception of the wedding. It is a big downer. There's so many other things that we should be doing. We shouldn't be hashing out our wedding. It was a year and a half, 2 years ago. Amy just really needs to chill out.
Steve's so logical, he's not very emotional, so he's very unsympathetic to the fact that I've struggled with this for so long.
I want Amy to be the fun-loving, carefree girl that she was before we got married. I miss that girl, and I want us to be able to enjoy life again together.
Every girl dreams of having a perfect wedding. I had been planning this since I was a little girl, and it was just a huge dream shattered.
Okay, wheels came off, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then you got drenched.
I got drenched.
Everything's blowing.
Everything blew over.
Cake melted, fell.
Yes.
Hair fell.
Yes.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I'm a wedding and events coordinator.
Okay, so did you check the weather?
Yes, it was supposed to be fine. It was supposed to be beautiful. There wasn't supposed to be any rain.
No forecast of thunderstorms or anything, just came out of the blue?
Yes, and it was the hottest day of the year.
Okay, so you can't even look at the videos. I mean,
No.
we're looping them now. You can see them. You see it?
Yeah, that's the first time I've watched any
Yeah.
wedding video.
There you go, in the rain.
Yeah.
Okay, is that hard to watch?
Yes.
Now, it looks to me like you were having a hell of a time.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I mean, you were dancing with the best man, which could be a whole nother issue. We could talk about that. But you think you got problems now?
Yeah.
No, you look like you were having a good time.
I did. I had a
So
good time.
what do you say to her when she's so negative about this?
You know, I've had a lot of trouble talking to her about it because I didn't feel it was, that bad of a wedding. I had a good time, and it's difficult for me to listen.
Did it work?
The marriage worked.
Yeah, I mean, it took.
Right.
You got it done.
Right.
Do you ever think about the blessing of this union?
I do. I mean, I think about that all the time. I mean, I'm so happy that I'm married to him. I mean, I love him. He's a wonderful guy. I'm so happy that, and I keep trying to think about that when I'm thinking about this day, but
this isn't the only thing you think about this way about.
No, but it's just very hard because in my line of work, I'm constantly around weddings. I'm constantly.
Yeah, but it's not just weddings. You've got this theory that you in life are cursed.
Slightly.
Okay. Because I'll guarantee you, there are a lot of people right now that are looking at you and saying, she's just cute as a speckled pup. She's got a great husband. And you just don't look cursed. But anyway, we asked her to describe other events in her life that she'd like to do over. Take a look at her curses.
It just seems like every event that happens for myself seems to be bad. Our very first Valentine's Day, Steve and I got in a huge fight about everything, and it just ruined the entire night. The next Valentine's Day, our power went out. We were having an ice storm, so we were absolutely frozen in our apartment. My 16th birthday party was a surprise. My friend brings me in the driveway. I see all my presents on top of this beat up old Geo Metro. It didn't have air conditioning, it didn't have heat. The passenger window wouldn't roll down. A week later, the transmission blew. My graduation from high school was very bad too. The cat got into the cake before we served it, stepped in it, and basically was just eating the entire cake. My senior homecoming, my boyfriend at the time was there with another girl. All of my friends had shunned me for the night. Okay, I'm homecoming queen, but I'm by myself. My senior prom was a very big deal. Me and my friend were going to sing a song that we'd been practicing. I lost my voice so bad that my voice started cracking. I went incredibly off key, and I just got so embarrassed that I ran off the stage crying and I tripped. All events seem to be kind of bad for me.
Okay, so your theory is you've just had hell.
Right. Yes.
Your list of complaints, like about the wedding, hottest day of the year, strong wind, rainstorm, long-winded pastor, arts failed, no reception line, a copperhead snake, photographer left so you didn't get pictures of like the whole family, your veil, dress, hair ruined, DJ too far away, couldn't hear the music. You think maybe you're too picky?
Well, I mean, I do this for a living. So, I mean, I had every single detail planned down, down to the T. Every single thing was planned
When
for
did you get married?
In July of 2006.
And where?
In Prince Frederick, Maryland.
Okay, so you're in July. Do you not think it could get hot in July?
Well, I knew it would be.
Because there's a pattern. See, in the summer, it gets hotter, and in the fall, it gets cooler, then you get snow and stuff like that. So there are patterns there.
Right.
It doesn't revolve around you.
Right. Well, we did it later in the day, so that it wouldn't be as hot. Like, we did it around 5.
Oh, okay.
So it wouldn't be as hot.
It was still hot, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you check that, wedding planner?
I
Did you check
did,
to see it?
but
Because in July, the sun in Maryland goes down about 7:45 or 8.
Right.
So at 5, I believe that's probably within a few minutes of the hottest time of the day.
Right.
So I'm wondering if you're cursed or if you're just picky.
I mean, I have to admit, I definitely was picky about my wedding because, I mean, I am a wedding planner. I plan these weddings for people. I mean, I make a minute-by-minute schedule of everything that's going on. Our honeymoon also seemed to be a little bit of a disaster. I cried on our honeymoon night. We went to the Bahamas. It rained the whole entire time. There was 2 tornadoes while we were laying out on the beach. All the beaches had to be evacuated. And when we went to a festival on the one nice day that we had, there was a drunk Bohemian man that attacked me.
I had left to go get us some food, and I come back and I saw her with this terrified look on her face. She was kind of quivering, and she told me about this crazy guy that was chasing her. It was insane.
Pretty much every day there was a little bit of drama.
Well, that was Amy talking about her honeymoon nightmare, which followed her wedding nightmare. Now, about the wedding, what's your payoff for hanging on to this? You've gotten past it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, it's not as important to guys. I know that. So you don't have, everybody doesn't have to write me and say, Dr. Phil, you don't get it. It's different for girls. Well, I do get it. But at some point, what's your payoff for hanging on to this, for continuing to be upset about it?
I guess there's not very much, but I just can't.
No, that's not true. People don't do things over and over and over if they're not getting some payoff for it. What is your payoff for hanging on to it? I mean, do you like being a victim? Do you like being a martyr? Do you like having some excuse to not be happy? If you give it up, then it's like, okay, you just got to move on and be happy.
Well, I'm just embarrassed. Like, we had a big wedding and...
You're on national television.
That's true.
Who wrote the letter?
I did.
You're embarrassed that your wedding went wrong, so you wrote the DrPhil show to come on national television to be certain that if anybody in America or 41 foreign countries didn't know about it, they now will. You are a planner.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Don't you have to let this go? Don't you have to turn it loose?
I would like to, but I don't know how. I can't even look at the videos without...
Yes, you can. That's dramatic. That's drama. Oh, I can't even look at the video. My hair fell. Talk to me about hair. Right? I mean, you got to have a sense of humor about it. Now, one of Amy's wedding day complaints was that her photographer left too early. And you don't use him for other weddings, do you?
No.
Fired him. All right, good. She never got her entire family together for a photo. So there's no family photo, and now Amy says that the whole family would feud if they were in the same room, so you can't take it now. So we got busy in Photoshop to do a picture of the whole family, courtesy of photowow.com. But can we see it?
Oh my God.
Okay, look here.
Oh my God.
All right. And
Oh my God.
isn't that cool?
This is amazing.
All right.
Oh my God. That is so amazing.
See, now you don't have to risk getting them in a room. Now that's called planning. Okay, we got photowow.com, and they did some planning on this.
Awesome.
But
That is
look,
so great.
here's it. So there, you can have that. Maybe that's a
Okay.
new beginning for you.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
But when you think about this, what I'm saying, you're hanging on to this for a payoff. You've convinced yourself you're cursed.
Right.
You're not cursed. You are delightful. I mean, you're young, beautiful, vibrant, healthy. Don't be saying stuff like that, because you create your karma. I mean, you'll put this together in a way that you'll have bad things happen. We're looking at nuptial nightmares. Now, Mandy says she left her wedding just on her back, strapped to a stretcher. Left her wedding on her back, strapped to a stretcher. Now, moments before the best man gave his speech, the newlyweds and 30 of their guests went tumbling to the ground when a deck collapsed. They all crashed down 3 stories. Now, Mandy and her groom spent their wedding night in the ER. Take a look.
Well, on our wedding day, we had a beautiful ceremony.
Christopher, you may kiss your beautiful bride.
As we proceeded to gather on the 3rd-story deck of the beach house we rented, the deck collapsed. Oh my God.
Virginia Beach 911, where's the emergency?
Sandbridge, we had a deck collapse with about 80 people on it.
Okay. They're pulling people out of the pool. It landed in the pool. It landed in the pool.
After the deck collapsed, my first thought was, am I going to survive this? And has my husband survived this?
My first thought was, where is my wife?
Wait a minute. Is she all right? Okay.
I have the vision in my mind of my sister-in-law and her mother, actually just the look of sheer terror in their face as the deck went down and stopped. I did not think we were going to make it because it just kept happening. It didn't just stop. I mean, we fell and then we fell again and ending up in the bottom of the pool. I feel terrible about it and I wish I could take it back and I wish it never happened. We have not been back to the beach house since the accident.
Doing okay? It's right up here.
Oh my gosh.
We were all standing there and we had our champagne in our hands. All of a sudden we heard a loud snap.
Oh my God.
Just feel weightlessness, then screams. It was just total chaos, screaming, crying. And some people were screaming because they were in pain. Others, they couldn't find their kids. It was like a scene out of a movie.
I remember the ambulance ride, and I actually had to be strapped down to a gurney with a neck brace in my wedding gown.
We spent our wedding night in the emergency room.
The guests from our wedding actually filled the emergency rooms at 2 of our local hospitals. I remember thinking, gosh, this isn't really happening, is it? But it definitely was.
It's not a day that goes by I don't think about it.
What do you think about when you see that, when you think about this?
It was just a nightmare. I mean, it was a day that we planned for so long, and we just wanted it to be perfect, and it was nothing like we expected. And it's just, I feel horrible when I see that because I think of all of our family and our friends that were hurt so badly at our wedding. It's not a good feeling.
What do you think about when you see that, Kris?
It's tough. It's really, really tough. We just have tremendous amount of guilt. You know, it was our gathering, all of our friends, family, everyone in the whole world that we're close to. You know, there's 30 plus different, you know, stories of what they went through falling down too, and it's just tough.
But both of y'all have a tremendous sense of guilt. Tell me what you mean by that. What's guilt mean?
We feel bad because on every day we see someone that was at our wedding, whether it's our family or our friends or people we worked with, and it's a constant reminder because these people are still suffering from what happened at our wedding, whether it's physical injuries or financial burdens, because not everybody had health insurance. So the medical bills have just, they skyrocketed.
And so you blame yourself for all of that, because if they hadn't been there for you.
Right, and it's, even though it wasn't our fault that the deck collapsed, it was still our wedding, and had it not been for our wedding, nobody would have been there. So it's hard for us because we feel like we're partly to blame.
Is that your thinking as well?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they were all there for us, and, just, seeing, my mom limp every day, because her knees will never be the same. It's just a constant reminder, and it's just, you feel horrible.
Kris and I had a lot of bad feelings about everything that's happened. The guilt of seeing everybody that was injured, and they're still struggling, and they still have financial burdens that are associated with this.
If you can imagine just gathering everybody that you love, all your friends, all your family in one place, and they're all there because of you, and then something like that happens.
It's something that I just don't seem to get past.
Well, every bride wants her wedding day to be perfect, but what happens when the nuptials turn into a nightmare? Now, Mandy spent her wedding night caring for her guests who were injured by a third-story deck collapsing just moments after she said, "I do." Now, your best friend here, your mother are here. You guys weren't, Rihanna, you were actually on the deck, right?
Yes.
And so you went down.
I surfed it.
And you still have problems in your back,
Yeah.
right? From that. And Mom, Bryn, you weren't standing actually on the deck. You were standing just off of it, right?
I was standing in the doorway to approach and walk out onto the
One more
deck.
step, you're through and on there.
Yeah,
and
I watched them go
where
down.
did you guys see her? Did you see her going down?
Yeah.
What did you see?
I have a very distinct memory of hearing the crack and the ground going out from underneath you and thinking, no way. And watching her flip, like watching dress and the whole thing and trying to reach for her. I mean, because she was right in front of me. They were both right in front of me, and just trying to grab for them and grab for everybody around me too. I mean, it's just
Mom,
chaos.
you actually saw her hanging upside down because her dress caught on a nail?
Yes. She was hanging. I thought she was going to go head first into the pool.
Now, y'all heard me say before the break that I said it's just wrong for them to feel guilt and blame themselves. What do y'all say about that?
I think it's wrong also. It's not her fault. Accidents happen. It's just not her fault.
I totally agree.
See, here's the thing. I totally understand that you have compassion and you feel bad for other folks. If you are guilty of something or if you are to blame for something, that implies intent. Y'all did not do that. And the only intent you had was to share this wonderful moment in your life with the people that love you and that you love, right? Was your intent good? Of course it was. And I'm going to tell you, I would question whether or not you, and maybe you, but certainly you, are suffering from a post-traumatic stress disorder here, because your feelings about this are as raw as they were when this happened at the time, right? And that's something that I think you have to deal with, or this can haunt you for a long, long time. And so I'm going to offer you some help with that. But I really do think that in post-traumatic stress disorder is a situation where when a stimulus comes up that reminds you of that situation, you can go into a neurological storm that recreates everything in your mind and your body at the time. And I think you have to deal with that. You don't feel so bad now, do you? I mean, seriously, this is a problem.
Yes.
Yours was an inconvenience. This is a problem. And I know you feel bad for those other people. You didn't get to go on a honeymoon. You didn't get to, I mean, it kind of wiped everything away. And what you have in that spot that was supposed to be this wonderful memory, you have this pain. And I tell you what I want to do. You had like 30 people that were injured, right?
35.
35, whatever. I want to get you that many copies of this show. I want people to understand how you feel about this. I want to give you 35 DVDs of this show. And also, one of my favorite places is overstock.com. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I have here in this little thing $10,000 worth of gift cards to overstock.com that I want to give to you guys to give to the guest that came to your wedding to help them. Okay? Now, the reason I like this place is because they like sell everything. I mean, they sell bedding, electronics, jewelry, furniture. You want it, they got it at great prices. So I want to give you 35 copies of this show so you can put however many of these guest cards you want to give to a guest, put it in there with the DVD and send it to them so they can see how y'all really feel about this and how much to heart that you take it, okay?
Thank you.
So will you do that?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Now, I also know that these guys couldn't enjoy their honeymoon, so Couples Resorts is going to send Kris and Mandy to Jamaica, all right? For a 5-day, 4-night, all-inclusive, all-expense-paid second honeymoon. Awesome. Okay, I mean, look at this place. It's absolutely gorgeous, wonderful. You can snorkel, scuba, play volleyball, anything that you want. And Air Jamaica is going to fly you there and back. This is all expenses paid, all-inclusive, everything. So I want something for your guests, something that they can see the show and what's going on, and then you guys go to a second honeymoon, take a deep breath, and start over.
Thank you.
Fair enough? Awesome. Okay? Now, I also want to get you some help with this post-traumatic thing, because this is something that you can deal with in short order, but it does need to be dealt with, okay?
Thank you.
All right, Amy, I don't want you feeling left out. So I'm going to make you a deal. All right, husband, here's the deal. If she can go a week, you have to be honest, once she goes a week without saying a negative thing about this wedding, then the Grenada Board of Tourism is going to fly you guys to the island of Grenada. La Source Holiday Spa is going to set you guys up down there for 5 days and 4 nights. All inclusive, all expenses paid. You can sail, hike, go to the rainforest, relax, do anything you want to do. Okay? But you have to be my cop here. She can't say a negative word for a week.
Talk about it.
Well, Kurt and Brandi renewed their vows last October, they say, as a fresh start. What Kurt didn't know at the time of their nuptials was that Brandi had kept a secret. Just months after vowing till death do us part for a second time, not the first time, a second time, Kurt's filed for divorce. Take a look.
Our wedding was much like a fairy tale. I couldn't wait to marry him and become his wife. The honeymoon period ended after the first 6 months.
I've always been suspicious of Brandi because when I met Brandi, she was married, and I thought that if she could cheat on him, that she'd cheat on me too.
It was Kurt's idea to renew the vows.
Kurt and Brandi wish to thank you for being here today.
We'd had a lot of bad in the past, and we wanted to start over and make it right again.
When we did renew our vows, I didn't know about all the emails, but certainly had some suspicions of some things.
Kurt found out I had an affair when he read my email accounts.
Seeing her email open was just something that I couldn't resist looking at. The first one is from my old friend. It would be nice to see right now. I miss your touch, your taste, your smell, your kisses.
He read every single email that I had.
The last response from him to her, let's get freaky. It's pretty tough to read that.
I felt horrified, violated, embarrassed.
There was a lot of emails about dates that they were going to have. I felt very betrayed.
I had the affair because Kurt is emotionally absent from me. We just coexist together.
I found emails from 8 or 9 different men.
Kurt is accusing me of other affairs.
I decided that I wanted a divorce the night that I found the emails.
I was devastated. Cried for 2 days.
If we can work things out, I still want to be with Brandi.
The papers have been filed, yet he still wants to live together as husband and wife. We would still reside in the same home, wear our wedding rings, and eventually get remarried. It made absolutely no sense to me.
It is more Brandi that wants to do everything as if we were still married. Having her admit to one of the affairs certainly makes me question the others. I would like Brandi to take a lie detector test.
If Kurt believed that a polygraph test could save our marriage, I would be willing to take one.
I think that she will fail.
Well, Brandi is not the only one taking a polygraph test today. She says she's not the only one to blame here in this nuptial nightmare. Take a look.
It is my belief that Kurt has been unfaithful.
I have never cheated on Brandi.
I found text messages. The first text message said, "Good night, handsome. You freak me out. Is your I want to."
There was some inappropriate text messages.
I would like for Kurt to take a polygraph.
Well, I've never had an affair on my wife, so I'm fairly confident that I'm okay.
You had sex with him while you were still married?
It was a common law marriage.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. So this started on infidelity.
Yes.
I mean, right?
That's correct.
I've always said if they'll do it with you, they'll do it to you. Is that what's worrying you?
Yes.
You said you had an affair because he wasn't emotionally available.
Right.
Okay. That's wrong.
Right.
You had an affair because that's what you decided to do. You made the decision to go have an affair. You decided to go outside the marriage. You decided to go be with somebody else. The fact that he may have been being a total jerk had nothing to do with your decision.
I had a breast augmentation surgery done, and I just wanted to take pictures because I'll never look like that again. The photographs were taken by a professional photographer. I showed them to Kurt, and he found everything wrong with them. They made him angry because somebody else saw me naked.
In the last 3-4 years, Brandi's developed a pattern of seeking attention from other men. I think the plastic surgery she had on her breast definitely increased that significantly.
I do feel as though he scrutinizes my every move.
She said that she'd like to get it done again and get bigger ones. It's never really been enough. She gets something and she seeks out more.
Well, today we're talking about nuptial nightmares. When Kurt and Brandi renewed their vows just a few months ago, Brandi says they were both excited to marry again. Kurt then says he was shocked and betrayed when he learned that Brandi had been hiding her affair with one of Kurt's friends for over 5 years. He asked Brandi to take a lie detector test before the show to prove she only cheated the one time. Why do you want to be involved with her?
Well, I mean, with any marriage, there's always going to be good and bad. I mean, you have to accept both. You know, I guess I was looking for a way to start over, is what I was looking for.
Are y'all being straight up honest with me here?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I can't deal with what I don't know. Did you tell her there were things she couldn't talk about on this show, and if she did, she gonna be sorry if she did?
No.
You didn't tell her that? Is that true or false?
That's true.
She tells us that you told her that you bring certain things up, you're gonna not wanna be you. You bet you're gonna not wanna be you if you bring these things up on the show. I asked you that and you said, oh, I didn't say that. You say you did. One of you's lying. Which is it?
Well, I did say that, but that was more or less about things that really had nothing to do with our marriage per se.
Why did you tell me you didn't say it?
Well.
Have you ever watched this show before?
Yeah. Not as often as her.
Yeah, well, you might ought to block that out in the afternoon a couple times, because you did say, I mean, do you think I don't do my homework? You threatened her. You put things off limits. I don't care if we talk about it or we don't. Frankly, I don't think it has anything to do with what we're talking about. What has to do with it is the fact that you just lied to me about it. Why would you do that? Why do you go to somebody and say, I want you to help me, now I'm going to give you a bunch of Does that make sense? Am I missing something? If I'm running a red light, tell me.
No.
I want the help.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why y'all want to be together. I mean, I don't get that. How do you think you did on the polygraph?
I don't think I did well.
Yeah, well, come on. I mean, do you... Here's Jack Tremarco. Jack is our polygraph expert. He's chairman of the American Polygraph Association Media and Information Committee, former FBI polygraph unit chief. He's done like 1,100 polygraphs in the FBI. He's done 2,500 overall. I mean, do you want him to tell your husband the truth? Or are you going to tell him the truth?
I have started to tell him the truth.
Were you honest?
Yes.
Do y'all want to trust each other, or do you want to know what's in here?
I want to trust him.
So you don't want to know what's in here?
No, I want to know what's in there.
So you don't trust him?
I want answers.
Do you want to know what's in here?
Yeah.
So you don't trust her?
No, I don't.
You do not trust your wife?
No.
And you do not trust your husband, or you wouldn't want to know what's in here?
You're right.
So we have a marriage that's based on infidelity, lies in the last 3 minutes, and a lack of trust.
You're right.
Boy, sign me up for the 10th anniversary, I'm sure. Kurt says if Brandi passes, he says she won't, then some trust would be rebuilt and they could stop the divorce proceedings. However, if she fails, he says it's over, he's out. He said might possibly marry her again in the future, continuing his logic, but...
I'm not doing that.
You're not doing what?
No, if this doesn't work and he wants to proceed with the divorce, then we're done.
Well, we asked him two very pointed questions. Have you touched anyone for sexual purposes other than your wife during your marriage? And you said no.
He failed, didn't he?
He did not fail. Just to be clear, we said, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone besides your wife in the last 7 years? You said
no.
That was the truth. Now, on the other hand, we ask you, other than what you just told me, have you touched anyone for sexual purposes other than your husband during your marriage? And when you say other than what you just told me, we're talking about the things that you have admitted.
Right.
You said no. That was the truth. You said, other than what you just told me, if you had sexual intercourse with anyone besides your husband in the last 7 years, you said no. That was the truth.
Should we save it?
I think if you want to be with somebody else, then go be with them. Just get out of this. Do you want out?
No.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.